What's up, everyone? All right, you can tell by the lights. Oh, wait a second. We gotta fix this. There we go. You can tell by the lights behind me, it's a green day. Finishing the day up $3,786. Life is good. That's a good way to finish the week. It makes me feel just better going into the weekend in the green. I think any trader can relate to this. It just feels good to finish the week in the green because then Saturday, Sunday, you're not thinking about it and just dwelling on a big loss from Friday. So it doesn't recover all of the losses from the last 2 days. In fact, it only really recovers about half of it. But you know what? It's a step in the right direction. Right around 10:30, I started thinking, geez, I'm up $3,700. I might be able to make back everything I lost yesterday. And that's when I said, you know what? It's time to walk away. Because when I start getting that in my head, I'm going to start taking unnecessary risks just to try to make it back versus just taking good quality trades. So I was like, that's it. That's my cue to call it a day. $3,700. I'm going to be happy with that. Give myself a pat on the back. You're digging yourself out of the hole. 1, 2 more green days, you'll be right back at all-time highs. You have to be the first base coach for yourself. You got to give yourself those pep talks because every trader knows what it's like to get knocked off the horse and have to, get back on. That's part of this career. It's going to happen all the time. So, a little bit of a step down the last 2 days, but working my way back up here, and I want to keep it going on Monday and Tuesday and see if I can finish this month, in good shape, maybe back up above $50,000. So that's the goal, and I'm going to break down all of the trades for today in today's midday market recap. As usual, any questions, any comments, leave them below. I'll be going through them this weekend and answering them. All right, enjoy. All right, everyone. So we're going to do our midday market recap here, go over the trades from this morning. And I want to give you guys the link here. So reminder, this coming Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to host an online training workshop where I'll be teaching you guys my 3 strategies for how I've traded the market over the last several years. The strategies I used to take this $600 account and turn it into what is now right around $700,000 of profit. All right, so link is in the description on YouTube and on Facebook. So check it out, and those of you guys who are in the room, you see it right here. So finishing the morning here with $3,786 and 1 penny. Not bad. Green is good. I could be happy with that. So that's a nice way to finish the week. I was hoping that we would have a green day today, and it ended up being, not bad at all. So let me drag up my P&L here so you guys can see. Finish the day right here. 3 stocks I traded. Green on 3 names. Green is good. That's what counts. No home runs though. No big home run trades. Nothing massive. This was a day where it was really, slow and steady wins the race. That's the name of the game, and that's I'm okay with that. I would have loved to have seen a home run opportunity, but I really didn't see one today. And so rather than try to force it and be really aggressive, I just said, you know what? I'm gonna take these smaller base hits, be happy with it, and I'll be good with that. Yes, I did put away the gas can. Gotta roll myself back over here. Now, public service announcement. Sniffing gasoline is not a good idea, all right? Don't do it at home, unless you want to have a great time. So, gasoline cans put away today. Don't need it. It's a green day. Running on adrenaline, feeling good. Okay, so let's see. 3 stocks, AWX, TNXP, and BSPM. Let's start with AWX. So this morning started just like any other day, running through the gap scanner. And this morning the gap scanner was not giving us a lot that looked really interesting. It was kind of just a little bit of a dud. This was too expensive. Team, IZEA, it was on watch. But as soon as the bell rang, this thing was selling off. It didn't hold up well at all. So it didn't trigger my entry point, which would have been a break of the pre-market high. Right? Break a pre-market high, no trigger, no trade. So that one didn't trade. TTPH floats too high. CHK floats too high. AWX and BSPM, These were two that I traded. VTVT, not enough volume. These ones too expensive, float's too high, float's too high. This one we were watching but didn't follow through. So basically, just in a matter of 5 minutes, you can find stocks to trade. And this morning we were watching AWX. So AWX has been honestly just a very crazy stock to trade. It has not been easy at all. And I'm saying this as a long side trader, but there's a lot of traders who trade to the short side who are also frustrated because they short it, and next thing you know, out of nowhere, it spikes up like this, or it spikes up like that and stops them out, or it spikes up like it did right here. So it's doing these irrational, like just very strange kind of breaks, but it's also doing it to the short side. Big drops there, big drops here, drops here, and then there were some a little bit this morning as well. So today's actually been the cleanest so far of all of the days that we've traded it. It's the first day I've made decent money on it, but it really, to me, was not an easy stock to trade. The behavior is just a little bit strange. Now, the last time we saw a stock trading like this, it was being bought up on the open market by someone who's buying basically half of the outstanding float. So if someone is buying 2 million shares of this type of stock and they're buying it in 100,000 share market orders, that's going to create some big spikes, no doubt about it. So that's a possible scenario. However, this stock is going up with no news at all. So and I haven't seen any Form 4 filings to say that someone has taken a large position. So we don't really know why the stock has gone from $2 to $8 over the course of 4 days. What we do know is that this right here represents volatility, and volatility is opportunity. So there's been opportunity on it, but in this particular case, the price action has been very choppy. It's not been very predictable, and so the volatility hasn't been predictable volatility, and that's where the risk is higher. So my first trade on it today, let me just scroll back up here. So let's see, tested orders, those didn't go through. First trade on it was right here at 660 at 10:07. All right, so 10:07, the stock was starting to squeeze back up. The high a day was 675, and of course you see how it had this big drop, and then it surged back up, consolidation, and then big drop. And that's why I don't like to hold during consolidation as much as I can avoid it, because I don't want to be holding on a drop like this. So it starts to pop back up and it flags right here, and I got in for the break of this flag at 660. So I'm in at 660 and I add at 675, anticipating a break over high a day. It hits 675 and then pops up to a high of 692, and I'm taking profit at 85 and 86 and 77. So right there from my entry there and selling through here, that was about $700 of profit. So $750, not bad. All right, it's then consolidating. I'm watching it to get back in right here on the next flag, and I add back at 92 and 98, and I sell at 808. So there's another, small profit right here. Buying on this flag and selling as it pops up to 719. And then this is where I kind of made a mistake. I wasn't sure it was going to continue because I bought the first pullback and I bought the second, and I was feeling a little iffy about buying the third. And then all of a sudden you see it pops up here to 64, and I decided to add as it was squeezing because I thought it might get halted on a circuit breaker, and I added right at 750. It popped up 15 cents, but then it dropped all the way back down to 730, and I was down 20 cents. I was down $1,000. It pops back up, and I got out break even. I was like, get me out of this thing. Too choppy. I bought it too high. So I'm selling in the 40s, in the 50s, and in the 40s, basically break even on that trade. And I was happy to be out of it because I just felt like I bought too high. And you can see it dropped, so I did the right thing. Then consolidation over a little bit of a longer period, and now a break back up through high of day. So I could have gotten back in right in this area. This is where some traders would have gotten it. I just hesitated, or actually, I wasn't even watching it. At this point, I was like, no, I'm done for the day. I don't want to push my luck. So anyways, total profit of $1,400 on this stock. I'm just happy to walk away green on it. I mean, it really hasn't been an easy one to trade. So just being green is great. All right, so that's that one. BSPM, $800 winner. I lost 5,000 on it yesterday, so this only somewhat redeems yesterday's loss. I was watching it pre-market, and I was like, no, I don't care. It's below $2. But then the bell rings, and it pops up, and it's at 440. I was watching this 1 minute micro pullback right here at 440, and I was really tempted to get in it there, but I waited. I waited for confirmation, and when it popped up to 60, I said I'll wait for the first 1 minute micro pullback, which was right here. So this is actually the second pullback. So I bought the second pullback in at 60 with 3,500 shares, not being super aggressive, and then selling at 77 and 75, and then adding back in the 80s right here, going for a high a day break. Looking for a move over $3, but it was choppy, and so I took a loss on some of it, sold more break even, wasn't very clean, and then I added back at 92 and sold at like 301. So this really didn't end up being a very good winner right in here. I was holding through this consolidation. It's just choppy. The best entry would have been right here or adding full size right here, and I added up here, which was not great. So anyways, only $800 on that one, and it's not holding up very well. And then the last one was TNXP, which was kind of a surprise. I mean, I usually don't like trading stocks that gap down. The stock is down like 67% today. Big gap down, but it started moving up, and it moved quickly enough to get halted. So I jumped in at 35 with 10,000 shares, and then I added at 40 another 2,500. So I'm buying it right here as it's moving up. It then gets halted on a circuit breaker, and it drops down for a second, and as it surges back up, I bought another 2,500 shares. So I had 15,000 shares total, and I sold at 52, and then ended up stopping out the rest at 37. It just didn't hold up very well. So it is what it is, but I still made $1,500, about 10 cents on 15,000 shares. So I didn't mind taking bigger size because it's a cheaper stock. Not a lot of exposure risk on that. But yeah, so that's it today. $3,700. No home runs. No one single big huge winner. The biggest one was TNXP. A couple small trades on AWX. A couple small trades on BSPM. But the good news today is that my accuracy was pretty close to 100%. I think I only had one loss, which was on BSPM, and it was a pretty small one. So, that's good. I can feel good about that and write it in the calendar, make it official, plus $3,786.01. So you guys can tell I'm just happy to go into the weekend with a green day. Yesterday I was a little disappointed with myself because I thought I pushed it maybe a little too hard. And again, like I said yesterday, going from being green on the day at $2,000 to being down $5,000 is a real, it's a blow. It's better just to lose right out of the gates, than to have something and then have it taken away. That's how I feel, at least. So, that's for me. I've never flown in a private jet. I don't want to do it because once you've done it, I'm sure you can't go back, right? That's what people say. Like, now that I've flown in first class, there's no way I would want to go back to Southwest or something like that where everyone's in the same seating, because I know I'm 6'2". It's just not going to happen. I flew to Italy in coach, and those seats were smaller, and oh my God, it was horrible. It was 7 hours, and it was the worst. So when I flew back, I flew first class and on Air Italia, and it was like, it was like a 5-course meal, and I was able to lay down, and I was like, that's it. I'm never going back. So it's kind of like sometimes it's better not to experience the good, because then when you lose it, it's that much worse. So as far as trading goes, I'd prefer to never go green. Like, if I have to lose, I'd rather just go right into the red and just be like, oh, it was a bad day, just went straight to red. It is what it is. Going up $2,000 and then giving it all back is, it's the worst. So anyways, down 5,800 yesterday, down 1,300 the day before. So that's like almost $8,000 in losses in 2 days, and today I made back a good portion of it. So a good step in the right direction, and we'll hopefully keep it going on Monday and Tuesday. Monday, Tuesday, last 2 days of July, I'm sitting right now right around 45 or 47,000 on the month. So hopefully I can get myself back up above 50 grand. That would make me happy, and we can finish the month feeling good. So reminder, Monday, 1 p.m. Eastern, we're hosting a live workshop. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Looking forward to doing it. So hopefully I will see you guys there. Now, Eric says, test drive the Ferrari, because once you test drive it, you can't go back. I have driven some nice cars in Las Vegas at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. You can go out there and you can rent nice cars. So I drove the Lamborghini Huracan and a Porsche GT3, a couple other fun cars. And you know what? With those ones, that for me was like, it was a nice taste, but I realized that there's no point in driving that type of car on a regular road because you'll never be able to really open it up. So, you go to the track, a couple $100, you drive the fun car, and that gets it out of your system. So with that one, I'm not super inclined to spend $250,000 on a car. But anyways, that's it for me. So I hope you guys have an awesome weekend, and we'll be back at it first thing Monday morning. I'm probably going to go on Facebook Live or maybe YouTube Live at some point this weekend. Get some of you guys excited about the workshop on Monday. So stay tuned. You'll see me there probably on Sunday, and everyone else will see you back here first thing on Monday morning. All right, see you guys on Monday. Bye. If you're still watching, you must have really enjoyed that video. So why not subscribe and get email alerts anytime I upload new content? Remember, when you subscribe, you become a member of the Warrior Trading family.